Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D.
No, you can't move out of the camera shot. That's what she was trying to do.
I saw that. I'm looking at the screen going, no.
Yeah, no, you're going to stay right there like the rest of us.
That's my grandfather when I told him a few years ago what my job was. What's a video producer doing working for a radio station?
That's exactly right. Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour. Coming up, we'll be chit-chatting with Aaron Irving, and we haven't done heat jokes in a while. Are there any good heat jokes? I mean, there seems like there's the usual ones. You know, it's so hot, the cows have been giving evaporated milk, and but I don't know if there's any new jokes.
Yeah, that's like I always got tired of the race to see who could fry an egg on the sidewalk. When I lived in Phoenix, every year it was like a race between weathermen. We've got to be the first to fry the egg.
It's so hot, I've taken to leaving the toilet seat up just to get those chilling, icy stares from my wife. It's so hot, chickens are laying hard-boiled eggs. It's so hot, I started putting ice cubes in my waterbed. Anybody still have waterbeds? That was kind of a thing back in the 60s and 70s.
I had one, and I think they kind of got replaced by the foam.
Yeah, you see those ones that you order in the mail, and they show up, and they blow up.
And they have the controller if you want it hotter or colder.
Yeah. Let's see, it's so hot I almost called my ex so I could be around something shady.
That's really bad.
I'm trying to think of exes that I should say that to.
It's so hot you could wash and dry your clothes at the same time. It's so hot not even my wife's heart is melting.
Oh, we better end with that one. We're getting into a dangerous area.
Oh, no. Get a little closer to that microphone there, Melanie.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to talk right into that thing.
Okay.
All right. Melanie Dippel is here. Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
And Kimi Benett.
Yes.
Have you been here before on the radio?
A few times, yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
For sports or for the theater?
Theater mainly, yeah.
Okay. And Jeff Curtis. Nice to meet you, Jeffrey.
Hello there. Russ Sherman. Glad to meet you.
I'm glad you cleaned that up for the radio.
I had to. I almost said it the other way once. It's like,
well, we could probably get away with it in 2022, but I wouldn't want to. So, Ocotillo Comedy Troupe. Last week you had the Mexican trio and the Miss Mouse Riding Hood, and how did that go over?
It was awesome. We had a huge crowd. It was awesome. I think they really enjoyed it. We enjoyed putting it on. So,
well, that's good.
Yes.
And you were in both of those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kimmy, were you in any of the plays last
Yes, I was in Mexican Trio.
Yes.
Okay. Were you one of the animals?
Yes, I was. I was the coyote.
You were the coyote,
Yes.
tricking the gentleman who was
Yes.
just trying to find a meal.
Yes.
Yeah. Did he ever find anything to eat?
No, not in that story.
None of that
He
story.
went pretty hungry.
Yep. Poor thing.
Yeah. It's not a good day.
Not a
for
good
him.
day for the coyote.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he had a nice turnout.
Yes, it was a great turnout. We really appreciate that. So we're
Okay.
hoping that we have the same amount for this next one coming up, which is Lunch with Eddie.
Lunch with Eddie.
Yes.
And I think we talked a little bit about what that is about last week. Kind of refresh our memory. What's going on with Eddie here?
It's about two friends that are just wanting to go and have lunch, just a nice relaxing lunch, but they meet their waiter, Eddie.
So Eddie is not your typical waiter?
Well, no, not really. Eddie has some issues, you know.
He
but,
does.
And the two friends try to, you know,
Do their
work things-
best,
Yeah, they try to ignore it and try to, but then it just gets to the point to where Eddie's just over the top and they've just had it. So you have to come see it. It's really good. And Kimi plays one of the characters of the two friends. What is your name?
Clara.
Clara.
Yes.
And Clara's just there to have a conversation with her friend.
Yes, catching up with her old buddy, and there's
Yes.
some interruptions,
Yeah.
Some
obstacles to get over.
From Eddie.
Yes.
Yes, poor Eddie.
Yes.
Yes.
So, that sounds a little crazy, is what it sounds
It
like.
is a little bit crazy. Yes. Who is your friend?
Marge.
Marge. And who
Yes.
is Marge played by?
Becky Turpening.
And,
So,
and
Becky Turpening is playing your friend.
Yes.
Kimi Benett is playing Clara.
Clara.
And then who is playing Eddie?
Maria Almanza.
Ah.
Yes, yes, and it is really good. It's going to be great. Y'all should come because you're going to laugh.
Now, is she staying on the script, or is she just kind of going?
We don't really know. Is there a script to be even looked at?
A little bit, but
Okay, not much.
figure all that out tonight.
Right. And maybe even tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. We'll see what happens.
We just kind of wing it. you know.
yeah.
I see. Are there any other characters that are in this
That's
kid, or
it.
it's just these
No,
three?
That's just the
Very
three.
simple.
Yes, very
Okay.
simple. Yeah.
Lunch with Eddie.
Yes.
So if you want to have lunch with Eddie,
You can come.
you come
Absolutely.
out to,
Please do.
tomorrow at noon, and I think you get started about 12:10.
Yes.
12:10. Uh-huh.
Does food get thrown?
I don't know. Does
You
it?
don't know. You'll have to come and see.
It hasn't, but it could.
yeah.
It doesn't sound like I'm going to get much more than this,
No.
does it, Jeffrey?
It doesn't.
Eddie's the waiter.
Huh?
There's Clara and
Marge.
Marge, and they're having a conversation, and Eddie is just over the top.
Yes, he is.
I think I'll have to go watch it to
Yeah.
see what. Since I'm not in it, I've got to.
Does
Yes.
Eddie have an accent?
We don't know. Eddie could.
Gotta meet Eddie.
You got to meet Eddie. You
Gotta
just
be
have
there.
to come and be surprised.
So Eddie shares a lot of personal problems with the guests.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yes. We don't want to
You-
give it away.
Do either of you have political backgrounds?
Maybe not.
You could be the mayor. Okay, so this is tomorrow.
Yes.
And then the last one of the season
Yes.
is
The Right Night for Rosie.
The Right Night for Rosie, which will be on July 27.
Yes.
Kimmy, are you in that one?
I am not.
You're not?
My
Melon?
brother is.
Your
Yes,
brother?
yes,
Okay.
Yes. He plays the grumpy grandfather.
Yes.
Is
And
he
Jeff-
grumpy normally, or is
Oh.
he having to get advice on how to be
Now
grumpy?
be careful because he is your brother.
right. He is normally not very grumpy, but it depends on the day.
Oh, it depends on the day.
yes.
Hopefully that Wednesday.
So what day is he normally grumpy?
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Tuesdays, Yeah.
So what you do right before the show is you tell him, hey, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
yes.
Surprise.
Put your grumpy face on.
Put your grumpy face on.
So who do you know though that would be a good inspiration for playing a grumpy character? Is there somebody that you know that your brother should say, hey, take a look at so and so? That's a prime example of a grumpy person.
I don't know
That's a
because if
great
he could
question.
come from being the cat in Ms. Mouse
Uh-huh.
to being a grumpy grandfather, I think he could just. I think he just does it himself. He
Yes.
just thinks grumpy and he can be grumpy.
Right.
He thought cat and he was a great cat.
See, anytime any of this is not working, I'm grumpy. So that would be the perfect time to observe me being grumpy.
Yeah.
Is when something around here is not working,
That's
and then
I was not going to say that.
because he's seen it, he's seen my
lived
grumpy
it.
side.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And
When both of us are grumpy, then it's.
oh, it's
Oh,
really
no.
bad.
Yeah, lights out. We're
no.
might as well just lock the door and head to the house. So
And you are also in the last
am.
one. And,
Yes.
And who do you play?
I play the magic mirror.
Yes, he does.
you do.
I am. I'm the magic mirror, and for it says that I should speak with a smug smirk, which I.
So just normal.
That's what. When I was telling my parents about this, I was like, "Yeah, I've got to figure out how to speak with a smug smirk," and they both laughed at me. I'm like, "What?"
What you mean?
There you go. You're doing it now.
So then I thought about it. I'm like,
Podcast, were you?
maybe should I overplay it or just be normal?
Or just be yourself?
So are you actually out in front of the crowd, or are you the voice from the distance that's speaking as the mirror?
I will be there.
Okay.
Do you have political aspirations?
Actually, he does.
Well, for that, I can say thank you for not having cell phones that recorded video when I was in college.
Yeah, there you go.
My political career is still safe.
Oh, we won't
So-
go there.
So I take it, Rosie, this is next week's performance.
yes.
Rosie, who's looking for the right night,
Yes.
confers with the mirror, consults the mirror.
Well, I think it's more that the mirror is just telling her that, well, we can't really go into
Yeah, I don't
we
want
have
to.
conversations.
Yes,
You have
they do have
conversations.
conversations.
Okay.
Yes.
You and Rosie, you as the mirror,
Yes.
The mirror and Rosie have,
have many.
yeah, they have some
Important
words with each
conversations.
other.
Yeah, they do have words with each other.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I kind of like it.
Okay. So you could speak truth to Rosie.
That's
That's
when
his job.
before I read the script, I was joking with some friends and maybe family, and I said, well, if I'm the magic mirror, at some point I should say, Princess, keep working on your personality, because you're not getting them with the looks.
Oh,
And then I thought I
That's-
shouldn't see. And then when I saw who was playing Rosie, that could never be said.
no, I know. Yeah. Kelly Speckhart is Rosie.
Is Rosie
Yes.
okay? And who else is? Obviously, Kelly's in it. Jeffrey's in it. Who
Yes.
else is in the right
and,
night for Rosie?
Chris Dooley is going to play the knight.
Okay.
Then there's two messengers, and that's played by Kathy Moore and Maria Almanza, and of course the grumpy grandfather, and then the magic mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's next week's program.
That's next week's, yes.
Well, are you concluding your performances with thunderous applause, standing ovations,
well, we-
demands for more?
Oh man, we had it last
Oh,
week. I'll
yes.
tell you, we had at least 30 people.
Oh, wow.
It was a great crowd, and we really appreciate that, because when we see that, we're like, yay, and
Yes.
then we kind of maybe not overdo it, but we might ad lib just
Right.
to,
He was a little more confident.
yes,
you know?
yes.
have a little more fun with
Yeah.
the,
Oh,
yeah.
with
The great actors and actresses do that. They get into their character. And
You hear
think,
that?
How does this?
Melanie, you
would
are a great actor.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you did a great job on the Buttermilk
Oh,
Hotel.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a lot of fun because I knew so many of the cast, and so I know them off set.
Now
and
you've
seen how they-
already performed that. That's already happened.
Yes,
I
that's
can't remember if you and I talked about this or not, but didn't we learn that was it your character that was dead?
Yes.
Okay. Your character was not really.
My sister was played by Maria Almanza, and we were the ghosts.
You were the ghost.
Yes, we
but
were.
we didn't know that.
No, I think as the play progressed, I think people kind of started suspecting
figuring it out,
Yes,
yeah.
and then by the third act,
Yeah.
I think they pretty much figured it out.
Now, Kimi, were you in that production?
I was.
Yes,
Yeah.
she played Looney Mooney.
Yes.
She did,
Well, I heard so much about Looney Mooney.
Yeah.
but-
Yes.
she did a great job.
She did. It was awesome. Yeah, it was a good play.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So, Kimi, what inspired you to be a part of this group,
Oh,
the
it's
comedy
a-
troupe and everybody?
So our when we moved here back in 2008, our neighbor that lived directly behind us, Alice Lorang, she was just a big part of the theater, and she was always trying to get my dad involved, and he's like, I'm not going to act, I'll help build sets. But one day in 2011, they really needed someone to fill a main character role in a play, or else they're gonna have to cancel it, and it was like a month away. And so my dad, to set an example for us, his kids, he agreed to do it, and he had to play a French guy, which is, if anyone knows my dad, that's not him. But he did a good job, and and then got us involved, and then ever since then we've my brother and I were about 10 or 11 at that time, so now we've kind of grown up into it, and by the time I was 18, that's when I had my first actual role in a play, and then we just kind of gone.
Okay. Did you go to high school here?
I did, yes.
Yeah, got the track and
Yes.
field.
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah.
Do you know if they sold those or if you have to earn one of those? But so did you participate in theater at school?
No, actually, which is strange. It was just something that never really crossed my mind until about my senior year, and I was like, I guess I could have done that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I was really focused, like cross country was my sport, and I was very focused on that. And so I didn't really think too much about my other classes. I don't.
Yeah.
So,
What about your brother? Did he?
Yeah, well, he ended up getting his GED when he was like 16. So
Okay.
that was his route. He's very, very smart, and he was just, school wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's school wasn't for me either, but
Yeah.
I wasn't very smart, so I didn't have that option. You know,
Right.
had to go through the school thing. But well, that's cool. So, have you mostly done comedy roles, or have you
Yes.
have you
yeah,
done any
mainly comedy.
serious roles? Do you think?
No, not really.
No,
Would you like to do a serious role?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I have really the skills for it, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of
We
cool.
are the comedy troupe.
No, I know you're the comedy troupe, but there's other
Yes. Oh, yeah.
serious
Yes.
plays that are performed at the
Yes.
Ocotillo as well. No, I know the comedy
Right.
troupe does the
Right.
funny bits.
Yes. Yes.
So-
But we have done some serious plays. Well, I can't say plays. There's been some serious parts in the plays, but it was mostly more comedy, which I think works well because, you don't want to, I mean, laughing is great, but sometimes you need to throw maybe a serious little bit in there and then, go back to the, because I think it talks with your emotions. So that's just my opinion.
No, that helps with movies and plays whether you're having a very serious drama, you still need a few, I won't want to say jokes, but a few humorous situations to help break the tension
Yes.
Yeah.
for the crowd.
Absolutely.
So Melanie, Kimi, Jeffrey, have you guys ever been to theater? Have you been to Broadway? You ever seen a theater production someplace else?
No, I haven't.
I saw Sweeney Todd in the West End when I was in London
Okay.
with Tony Haas. She took me, we're on a mission trip, and to help, I was shooting some video for a book of hers, and
So you got to go to the West
To
End.
the West End
to
in
see a
London.
play. Melanie, have you ever been
Never have.
never to like even Albuquerque or something like that?
No.
Do you want to go?
Oh, I think it'd be a blast.
It'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Kimmy, have you ever thought about where you'd like to go?
No, I mean, that I actually hadn't thought about it, but yeah, I'd definitely be interested.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to do that.
Yeah, it
The
would be.
Spencer is a great local place to see one. I've seen The Wedding Singer musical
wow.
there, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the Broadway cast.
Oh, wow. Oh,
And
that would be
it
amazing. That'd be amazing.
was a lot of fun seeing that when you know the movie.
Right.
You know Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, but then
Right.
seeing it on stage
Yeah,
just
that's neat.
That'd be really cool.
Well, cool. Well, I just didn't know if that was something you would ever
Yeah, that would be
aspire
a
to or
blast.
would like to do at some point in time. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow,
Yes. Lunch with Eddie.
lunch with Eddie. So
Yes.
bring your lunch.
Yes.
Not for Eddie,
No, no.
but for
I
you.
don't think Eddie has
He
time
doesn't
to
need
eat.
any more distractions.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything.
He's at work.
Yes.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, supposed to be.
So come in around noon, and about 12:10 you'll
About
get started
12:10.
with the skit. Is it a skit or a play or?
It's just a skit.
It's a
It'll
skit.
last, what, about 15 minutes or
Yes.
so.
Okay.
We try to get you back to work in plenty of time.
Yeah.
We don't want to get you late for work or whatever. That's not a good thing. But
Okay.
yeah,
So lunch with Eddie, and then next week, the right night for Rosie.
yes,
And Jeffrey will be in that one. He
Yes.
will be the mirror.
yes. the
and it's a
magic.
really fun.
Yeah.
Well, after reading the script last night and going over rehearsal, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah,
I
this is good.
I think for true, so he gets the total understanding of the part, he needs to be hung from the wall.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Hey, we
Who do you
could
think
do
I am, Jeffrey Epstein?
that.
Yes, we can do
No, wait a
that.
minute.
We could do that.
He didn't hang himself, so.
No, and they're gonna hang me on the wall. So
I had not even. I'm sure we could put our heads together. We could figure that.
Have a little curtain, and then when she goes over, open up the curtain, and there's Jeffrey hanging on the wall.
That is not a bad plan.
it will then be a strained smug.
But it wouldn't be at first. In other words, the conversation goes on, but it'd be like a late reveal.
Oh, that would be fun.
And then the curtain opens up, and there he is, hanging on the wall.
Oh.
Okay, Gene, you are not coming to any of our planning meetings.
I'm sorry.
You're 86th.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. Well, no cost, right?
No, it's totally free.
Okay.
It's just a good time. Get out of the heat, break up your day a little bit, have fun, laugh, go back to work, a happier person.
There you go. Well, that's good. Well, anything else and we need to talk about or covered? We get
That's it.
tomorrow is lunch with Eddie, and then next week is the right night for Rosie, and then y'all are done.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have 2 more chances, so
With the
everybody
lunchtime
come out.
specials.
Yeah.
Good deal. And they're free of charge. Bring your lunch with you. Are they cranking up baked goods over at the Sweet
They've
Confection?
been on vacation. I'm not sure if they're
I
back
think
or
they're
not.
back this
Are
week,
they?
but I'm not
Right.
certain.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that is what
That'd
I
be-
think I was heard,
yes.
It's a possibility.
Yes, we
Yes.
have definitely missed them.
Very
Pick
good.
up a sandwich from Kith and Kin and
There
bring
you
it
go.
on
Walk
down.
over.
That's a
There
good
you go.
idea.
There it is.
That's an
Absolutely.
idea. Or just roll the buffet table over from La
Oh,
Fonda.
hey,
There you go.
that's a good idea as well. Nobody would notice that.
No, not at all. You have all these people walking down the sidewalk with their plates, you know. They come in for, what is their Wednesday deal? I know pork chops on Tuesday, but I forget what Wednesday is.
We'll find out from CeeLo when we ask if we can do that.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. so-
Indeed.
Melanie Dippel, good to see you.
Thank you.
And I actually had you on the calendar this week,
Oh,
didn't
hey, good job.
I? Kimmy Benett, nice to meet you. See you
Yes,
again.
nice to
Good luck. Break a foot, leg, big toe.
Big
you know.
toe.
Jeffrey, thank you so much for coming in. Hadn't
Yeah.
seen you in a while.
I'll go back to my room in a
Remember,
And go back to work.
now how much do you weigh again
too much.
for hanging on the wall
Yeah,
there?
this would have been better.
How big a harness do you need?
This would have been better a year and a half ago when I was 100 pounds lighter.
Ah,
Too bad. If it was in the theater, you could be the voice, and then the curtain opens and
Yeah.
you could come. They could fly you up and then have you
man.
drop
And
down.
seeing that, I wouldn't mind because those restraints, those are
well,
really
that'd be,
good.
No,
and
that'd be too good. We just want to hang you on the wall. That's all there is to it. I like it.
I need to wear a sign that says my last name is Curtis, not Epstein.
Oh, stop that. Stop
You
that.
didn't catch that the last
Oh,
time.
we did. We're trying to let it go, but he keeps bringing it up.
Well, that's that political thing. He's doing.
Smug.
Better watch
Smug
out.
mirror.
Better watch out, Mr. Henry. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.